Now, last year at the Chicago International Film Festival, I saw a movie called Amphetamine. There I met its director, Scud. Willing to push the boundaries of censorship in Hong Kong, he created a unique and engaging film. He was well received at the CIFF last year that he was able to bring us another movie, his fourth film. Still pushing the boundaries of censorship in Hong Kong, Scud brings us not one but 6 stories in his newest film, Love Actually Sucks. Cult filmmaker from Hong Kong, Scud, pushes the boundaries again with this film about the stories of the troubles of love. Like Scud's last film, Amphetamine, this film explores the dark side of romance. Stories of a disastrous wedding reception, a deadly love triangle, a lesbian couple with issues, a dance instructor and his older female student, a painter's lust for his male model, and an incestuous relationship are the highlighted troubled relationships in this film. The only question through all this is, will anyone find a happy ending? For life is love. Love as it is. Now this film is for mature audiences only. Now the movie starts off in an interesting way. It starts off at a wedding reception where a wife plays a video package for her husband where the music doesn't seem to match the tone, or at least the lyrics don't seem to match the tone of the video. And the video starts off with wonderful moments of the newlywed couple from when they were children growing up to a secret hidden video of the husband cheating on her with a guy who's also the MC of the reception. And right away that shows the tone this film will take. We've already got one story about a relationship that has ended in disaster. Now the multiple stories are jumping all around in the way they're edited so that we don't just focus on one story but all of them. It's similar to what Scud did in Amphetamine, where he jumped from the beginning of the film to the end of the film, so at times you are not focused on one specific linear story, so to speak. Now, there were times though it felt like everything was rushed and was a little too fast, and at times they give very little explanation as to what's going on or what story we've moved into, especially when the stories are first introduced. Some of the editing also seems choppy, and if one hadn't read a detailed synopsis of the film beforehand, you might not understand what's going on entirely in the stories until later on in the film. And even then you might be wondering what these stories have to do with each other. Now, out of all the couples, only the lesbian couple seems to have come out with a happy ending. As a matter of fact, it made me wonder, just watching the film, what their real problems were. Compared to the other couples, they seem to have the least, if any, problems out of everyone. Now, is the one question I forgot to ask Scud about, but it seemed like the lesbian couple seemed out of place when compared to the troubles that the rest of the couples were having in the film. Now, I'm not saying that that storyline should have been cut out, but probably a little bit more tension, probably a little more conflict, some more solid conflict between that couple would have helped out and kept the tone and kept everything evenly spread out through the film. Now, the reason I said this film was for mature audiences only is the fact that there is a lot of graphic nudity and graphic sex in this film. Now, a lot of the nudity involves male nudity, although there is still quite a bit of female nudity as well. Now, some of it, though, didn't seem necessary to move along the film. But then again, if you know Scud's style, he really pushes the boundaries on censorship in Hong Kong and such. So it's something you can understand in terms of his style, but I think in this film some of it was not necessary. In a way, I think it might have hindered the film in some aspects because you took out some of that time that you could have used to develop the story in for that character or that couple a little bit more. Overall, this movie wasn't bad. It just missed in quite a few areas. Now, I personally like Scud's film from last year as opposed to this year. I would actually recommend Scud's film Amphetamine more than Love Actually Sucks. However, this film does make you think about how much trouble love can be for some people. I'm going to give Love Actually Sucks a C+. Just right there in the middle, average of my grading. Well, we're already done with the third movie I saw at the International Film Festival. Time to move on, and we'll see what else I've got in store for you all. Until next time, class dismissed.
Love actually sucks.